Hello guys, we'll start with a series of tutorials about how to make our Lego character, and this first tutorial will be about setting up the project folders and having Maya ready to start working on our project, and also importing the image reference planes that we'll be using to construct the character inside Maya. So in order to start, we'll start by going to the File menu and select the option Set Project. Now we have to create a folder in which we're gonna, that folder will be our main folder or the root folder for the project, and within that folder Maya will start creating a series of folders for each of the different parts of the scene, like a place where to save our images or source images, the textures, movies, some renders, etc. So we'll start by searching for a place where to put our project. I'm gonna go here inside Documents, and I'm going to make a new directory, and it will be called Lego Man. Okay, so once it's created, it automatically appears here, directory Lego Man, and I'm going to click on Set. I have this dialog box telling me that this new folder doesn't contain a project definition or a file named Workspace Mail. This is the file that Maya creates with all the customizing of my icons or menus, just in case you want to change the default settings in Maya. So I'm going to say create the default workspace here. But before starting, there's there's another step I have to follow. I go here on File, and I have to select now this option called Project Window. Now it shows me all the different folders that will be created for this project, which is named Lego Man, and the location of them. Now I don't want these folders to be created inside just my documents folder. I want them inside the Lego Man folder I created. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this this path. I'm gonna paste it here, and I also need to type the name of the directory I just created, in this case Lego Man, right? This part, I'm going to add it, and now that I have the whole path where I'm going to create the set of folders, I can copy this prefix. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it just before every folder here that appears by default in Maya. So I'm telling Maya basically that I want all these folders, a folder for the templates, for the images, for the render data, for the clips, etc., to be created inside Documents Lego Man, which is the folder I just selected to create my project. Once I do that, I click Accept. And if I go explore here, I go inside Documents, I could open the Lego Man folder. And as you can see, now I have this series of folders that Maya automatically created, plus the workspace, which has all the configuration of my default preferences. And I'm ready to start. Okay, so the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a reference to build my character. Since we're building a Lego character, I'll try to find, I'm gonna type inside Google the words Lego model sheet. And if I click on images, I'm gonna find this one in particular. It's on Pinterest.com. This is one of the best I found, and it's the one that I will be using for the project. So I can click here on View Image, and then right-click, Save Image As, and I'm gonna save it inside Documents, Lego Man, And inside the Legoman folder, there should be a source images folder. I'm gonna click this one, double click on this folder, and I'm going to type a name that I can understand. Let's say Lego model sheet. Click save and save. So now I'm going back into Maya, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna click this button to show me to change the panel layout, or I could just tap with the spacebar, tap the spacebar and change into my perspective view with all three orthographic views, the top, the front, and the side. And then I'm going to use the front and the side views first. So I place my cursor, my mouse cursor over the front orthographic view, and I'm going to tap the spacebar again. And here you see that there's a menu here inside for each of the viewports. I have this submenu. So I'm going to type here on view, select image plane, import image. And if you see automatically, it took me to the source images folder, and I have this one called Lego model sheet. So I'm going to click that one, select it, and click open. And there it is. It's selected, so if I press F on the keyboard, I make it big. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up so the character is placed right above the bottom of the scene, around there. Now, I remember we talked about this in class, and here the height, it's 2.82. Let's try to close that at 2.85. No, that's actually the height of the image. So I'm gonna click outside here, try to select this image back. So you have to click outside and then select the image again in order for you to see the translate and rotation properties inside the channel box. So I see that translation in Y, it's 1.063. I'm going to change that to 1.065. And I'm also, since this is the front view, I want my character to be centered. I'm going to try to center it manually and see that here the translation in X is 0.349. Let's round that to 0.350. Okay. And also, I'm going to change this value called alpha gain. Right now it's 1. I'm going to type 0.25. I'm going to make it a little bit transparent. Okay. I'm going to tap the spacebar. I'm going to tap again on the side view this time. And here I will repeat the process. So I'm going to view, image plane, import image, select the Lego model sheet, press F, click outside, and then click inside, select the image again. And translation in Y was, let me check, because I don't remember. What? So translation is 1.065. So here will be 1.065. And the alpha gain was 0.25. Okay. And I'm going to tap my spacebar over the perspective view. Oops. So there you have. I have my character from the front, and also my view from the side. Now this view, the image plane number 2, which is the one that I chose for the side view. I'm going to select that one. Oops. I'm going to select this image, and I'm going to move it a little bit, just maybe there. Now, I see one thing. We saw this in class. Basically, the z-axis is pointing the front towards the left here in this view, whereas it's supposed to be this is supposed to be the front view. What I have to do is I have to rotate this image. Currently it's 90 degrees. I'm going to type -90. So I have it this way, and now I have this view and this view like that. That's the way I should have this laid out. Okay. One more thing, I'm going to create a layer, a couple of layers here. Well, just one layer. I'm going to click layers here, create empty layer, double click over the title of the layer, and change its name to image or Lego blueprints, Lego man blueprints. And I'm going to save. Now I'm going to select these two planes, right click over the layer, and select add selected objects. And I'm going to click on this square in the middle until I see an R appear there. R means reference. From this point on, I can't select the image plane, so that makes sure that I cannot move them, and I can continue modeling without altering the image planes I have. All right. Now, if you rotate your scene, you probably see these things. These are the camera projections. It's really not a problem to have them there, but I'm going to add them. I'm going to hide them both. So I'm going to select this one and just type its visibility to off 0. And also I'm going to select this one and change the visibility to 0. If you don't have them visible, it's okay. Sometimes they appear there, but you can even leave them as they are, but I usually hide them. So my scene now is really clean, and I only have the image reference planes, so I can start working with my character. All right. So in the next tutorial, we'll be starting building the head for the character.